Hi, it's Miss Terena, and today I'm going to read a very silly Halloween book called Click, Click, Boo, and it is written by Doreen Cronin and Betsy Lewin. All right, click, clack, boo. Here's a picture. It looks like a pig with a silly striped witch hat. A pig in a witch hat. Click, clack, boo, a tricky treat. Farmer Brown does not like Halloween. Here he is, Farmer Brown. He has blue overalls and a big, wide, pointy straw hat to block the sun. He is sitting on a jack-o'-lantern, and there is a rooster next to him. He does not look happy. He has a frown on his face. He does not like Halloween. I wonder why. Oh, witches give him nightmares. There he is in his bed with the covers up by his head, and he sees a shadow that looks like a witch's hat with big claws. Rawr! That is kind of scary. And then he also says, pirates give him shivers. Hey, that's a pig wearing a pirate hat and an eye patch. That's kind of silly. Jack-o'-lanterns flicker spooky shadows on the walls. Ooh, we have two yellow eyes, a nose, and a frown, casting shadows on the walls. Okay, the farmer doesn't like him because he's kind of scared. So what's he going to do? Farmer Brown leaves a bowl of candy on the porch. Okay, there he is. He's bending over so we see the top of his head, and he's looking down at a bowl full of candy, and he's leaving it on his porch. He puts up a "Do not disturb" sign. That means don't knock on the door. Leave me alone. Do not disturb. He draws the shades and click, locks the door. There he is. We see his shadow in his house. That's the shadow, his hat and his beard. He's pulling the shade on his window, and he's just going to hide in the house. I don't like Halloween. I'm going to hide inside is what he's doing. But in the barn, the Halloween party has just begun. I see a big cow wearing a skeleton costume. The bones of the skeleton. And a silly cow looks like he is playing a game with apples. And I also see, let's see, what else do we see here? Oh, I see some animals in the back. There's a sheep and a duck putting on witch hats. Here's our jack-o'-lantern. Oh, looks like another animal. Looks like maybe the chickens are dressed up like ghosts. And I see up on the ladder some pigs hanging up decorations for Halloween. The animals are going to have a party. There is a crunch, crunch, crunching as the mice scurry across the fields. Crunch, crunch, crunching. There they are, the mice. Little mice dressed up like princesses and fairy godmothers. And there's the beautiful moon. And this mouse is wearing a beautiful gown with a crown on her head. The mice are dressed as princesses, going crunch, crunch, crunch in the leaves. There is a creak, creak, creaking as the sheep slowly push open the barn door. There they are, the sheep, in their witches' hats, opening the barn door with a creak. There's a tap, tap, tapping as the cows go to the window to let the cats in. How are the cats dressed? Ooh, the cats are dressed like silly bats. They have bat wings. They're going tap, 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 tap. Let me in. I want to party. And there's the face of the cow in the window. Okay, come on in, he says. Farmer Brown does not like the sounds of Halloween night. He checks the lock on the door. He peeks through the window. Oh, he's looking nervous. There he is. His big face, his nose. He's pressed against the window. He lifted up the shade. He's like, what's happening in there? I hear lots of noises. What is happening on Halloween? There is a dark creature standing beneath the trees. Oh my goodness. Here's the moon, the big yellow moon, and in front of that is the house. You see the window where the farmer is looking out his bedroom window and he sees, what is this? Big, tall person, creature, wearing a long black cape, standing under the tree. Farmer Brown runs to his room, pulls on his pajama, and climbs under the covers. He's scared. There he is, hiding in his bed. He's under the blankets. He's covering his face with a pillow. I'll just wait until Halloween is over. He's very, very frightened. He doesn't like Halloween. But he hears crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading toward the house. Oh my goodness, there's the creature in the black cape walking toward the house. Looks like he's holding something, a piece of white paper. And I kind of see a clue about who it might be. There's white head peeking out of the top of the collar of the cloak. I wonder who it is. There's a creak, creak, creak on the old boards of the front porch. There's the farmer. He's got his hand. He's like, listen, what is that sound? He's really nervous, but also very curious. What is that? Then a tap, tap, tapping on the front door. Oh, there's the creature with the paper, and he has a hammer, and he's tap, 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 tap. Looks like he's hanging up a sign on the farmer's front door. What is going on? Farmer Brown pulls up his covers tight. He hears a quack, quack, quack in the crisp night air. Wait a minute. Quack? Farmer Brown jumps out of bed. There he is. What? What's making a quack sound? He jumps out of bed. The porch is empty, but the candy bowl is gone. There he is. Farmer Brown, he's in his pajamas, but he put on his silly hat. And he's on the porch, and no bowl of candy. This is mysterious. There's a new note on Farmer Brown's door. The Do Not Disturb note is gone, and instead it says, Halloween party at the barn. Halloween party at the barn. And there's our farmer. He's looking very surprised. His mouth is open like, what's happened? Farmer Brown runs to the barn. There's a creak, creak, creak on the old boards of the front porch. There he is, running down the porch. It's old and the wood is creaking. And a crunch, crunch, crunch of leafy footsteps heading toward the barn. There he goes, running to the barn, which is way up here on the hill. Here's our farmer in his pajamas running across the leaves. Crunch, 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 crunch. What's going on in the barn? There is a tap, tap, tapping on the window. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. And here we are. Here's our farmer. Tapping on the window, looking in. He has his hat on still, a little red kerchief in his pajamas, and he's looking through the window. And what does he see? He sees a whole lot of farm animals and other types of animals dancing and eating snacks, all while wearing Halloween costumes. There's a pig eating candy. Oh, there's that bowl of candy. The pig's eating it. And we have sheep and goats are dressed up like ghosts. Chickens dressed up like ghosts. And sheep dressed up like witches. The cow is still in skeleton costume. There's the little mice on top of the cow dressed up like princesses. Oh my goodness. And there's the mysterious dark figure in the middle of it all in the black cape. Who could it be? Who indeed? Let's find out. Oh, here he is. The mysterious figure, the mysterious creature is the duck, wearing a big cape. It's red on the inside of the cape, and he's holding a blue ribbon that says Best Costume. A blue ribbon, that's a prize. So someone is going to win the prize for the best costume. Who will it be? Why, the farmer, of course. The duck in his cape, holding the bowl of candy, and he gives the farmer best costume. Now the farmer looks a little surprised. His eyes are open, his mouth is closed. He's smiling, so he's happy, but a little surprised. I think I would be very surprised too if I found a bunch of animals having a Halloween party in my barn. That was Click, Clack, Boo! Thanks for sharing the story with me, and happy Halloween!